Hey, so yesterday we had a very, very good conversation on mirror work and scripting, writing your own script. I want to ask you this one question before we start diving in and answer this question for yourself. Who are you? Yeah, who are you? I don't know. I don't want to know your title. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know that you're this son, this person, that person. Who are you to you? Answer that for yourself. And until you are able to really answer that question, it makes no sense to continue on with rebuilding yourself because that's where it begins. It begins right there. And when you start figuring out who you really are, that's when you can start this work. By the way, my name is Coach Anthony Lane, provided by Connecting Lane. And if you're ready to live a life that lightens you up, you're in the right place. Let's dive right on in. So, because so many times we start manifestation work and we start doing this and we start that, we start on so many things, but we don't know who we are. Your first job ever out of the box, unless you were the owner's child or you had some inside networking going on, if you had zero experience, then you start off on the ground floor. You had to learn the positions of the jobs that you were working, whether you were an entrepreneur, whether you work for someone else, you had to learn those different jobs. So you have to learn who you really are. For me, besides me being Coach Anthony Lane, I know that I'm a friend, I'm a provider. Deep down inside, I care about individuals. But first, I care about myself and who I am and how I show up for me first. I know exactly who I am. I am also constantly learning more things about who I am, things I didn't know about myself. So I don't know at I'm 54 years old and I still do not know myself and what I am actually capable of 100%. I am constantly learning who I am. I am constantly improving who I am, what I do, why I do it. And that is a part of the process. So let me ask you that question again. Who are you? Not your title, not your name, not what you can do, not what you can't do, but what is it? Who are you? So, one of the most important parts of what we're doing here is rebuilding you because the next you, if you don't know who the next you is or what the next you looks like, then why say you're looking for the next you if you don't know what you're looking for? If you know that you're hungry, going back to that analogy, I used it before. If you're hungry and you just go to the refrigerator and open the refrigerator up and it's full of food, you don't know what you want. Sometimes you just start grabbing things. But you, oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Sometimes you go to a refrigerator or to a cupboard and it's empty. It might have two or three things. You have no choice but to eat that or just stay hungry. Knowing who you are, where you're going, where you're coming from is a part of you. The part of you that you know right now is the part that was raised by your parents, raised by your guardians, the educators that were in the system, raised by your society of who you should be, who you shouldn't be. There's parts of the world to where if you walk across the street while the light is red, you can get a ticket. You can also get hit by cars because because the people that are driving do not stop for people when the light is red and when they should not be walking. Some parts of the world, as I said before, you can get a ticket, you can go to jail. You have to know your rules, not the rules that are set by society. Those society said you couldn't do these things. So what are some of those things that Anthony was told to do that I now realize that they were not in my best interest? I was told, or I was taught, as soon as I get paid, to spend the money that I have, not to save my money. Someone else was taught, save your money, pay yourself first. There's other traumas that I went through in life that taught me also. Things that you've been through taught you these things. What are you being taught yourself? What are you telling yourself? How are you working with yourself? Not through trauma, not through drama, but really sitting down and talking to yourself. So, when we're working in the mirror and doing this mirror work, yesterday I told you to just sit down, stand up, look at the reflection, and tell yourself that you love yourself. That is the very first part. Now, look yourself in the mirror or a reflection and just be quiet. And then say, your name, I see you. I see you. I see you, Anthony. I see you, Josh, whatever your name is. I see you, Samantha. I see what you've been doing. Talk to yourself. Honor yourself. Don't put yourself down, please. This is not a time in the rebuilding in this rebuilding process. It's not about putting yourself down. It's learning who you really are. Anthony, I see you. I see the hard work that you've been putting in. I respect it. I honor it. You're doing great. Sometimes you get tired, but you just keep on getting up and keep going. Talk to yourself. Ask yourself also, if the version of you was standing in front of you that you want to be, what would you look like? If your new version of you was standing in front of you, reflecting you, what does that look like? You have to know these things for yourself. It is so important. And it is in these quiet times when we spend time with ourselves, for ourselves, that we get to know who we really are. And then we can start building on that work. Why do I walk the way I walk? Why do I talk the way I talk? How do I want to walk? How do I want to talk? How do I want to show up? Many, many years ago, growing up, I told you I am the only boy of 4 kids, 3 older sisters, and the youngest. My sisters told me that I was handsome. I didn't believe it. Anyone can tell me that I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, but it's up to me to believe. So when I was looking in the mirror, I saw some young man who just didn't believe in himself. Not until I believe in myself. And I had to look myself in the mirror. I had to look inside. That's what exactly I want for you to do for yourself. Look inside. Who are you? How are you showing up for you? I told someone today that if we're out somewhere and a lion is chasing us, I said, you better run fast also and escape. Because if a lion attacks you, I will help you until a certain point. Either you go get help, I get help, but the lion is on us. On an airplane, if you've ever taken an airplane, the safety instruction says put your mask on first and then assist the people beside you. Because if you lose oxygen trying to help them and they don't know what they're doing and you don't know what you're doing, then someone is going to die. Put your mask on that I'm able to slow myself down and assist you. What I want you to do now is slow the consciousness person of you down so you can help the person who you really are. And as you're helping the person who you really are and how you're really showing up, that is one of the most important things that you can ever do. And as you're doing that, and you taking these necessary steps to love on you, to appreciate you, to respect you, man, I'm gonna tell you, it is one wonderful sight to have. And then we are rebuilding on that entire thing, that entire process of who you really are, who you can really be, and how you're showing up. If I was to give you part of my millions right now, and you're completely broke, you don't have any financial literacy, you don't have any self discipline, you don't know who you really are. If I gave you $1 million out of my account right now, that money probably would be gone by the end of the year because you would take advice, ill advice, bad advice from friends or family who would try to tell you to do this and do that. You would spend it recklessly in places that you shouldn't be spending it in, more than likely. This is my calculated, educated guess. Um, you would do things because you're not used to all of that money. But if as you are building up slowly but surely how to control money, how to spend money, how to invest money, how to make your money make more money, then you are good. So if I give you the keys to the kingdom right now and all these tools to be a better you, and you don't know how to move them around in your life, then you're going to be back to square one. I've been there before. So many other people have been there before. We take these lessons, we take these classes on being a better person, a bigger person, a better husband, a better father, a better sister, a better brother, a better person. But if you don't teach your subconscious mind of who, I mean, not going to even talk about that now. If you don't decide who you really want to be, then you're out of luck. Make a decision to make a decision. Not making a decision is making a decision. Making a decision to do something is making a decision. Choose. You want the vanilla ice cream? You want the chocolate ice cream? I don't eat ice cream. Whatever you eat, you make a decision. What do you want? I want a better life myself, or I do not want a better life myself. I want to blame others. I want to take responsibility. Yeah, that is mirror work. You talking to yourself, you believing in yourself, and just sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it feels awesome. But please take those necessary steps for yourself, not because Anthony told you, not because Coach Anthony is asking you, but do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Smile at yourself. We, as human beings, had some good times that happen in our life. We had some bad times that happen in our life. But when you grasp onto the bad part, the negative part, then that's what's going to continue to happen. If you look in a mirror and you see this scar on your face, you might not like the scar, but you're still here. There's people on this earth that were on this earth. They got one scar and they died. They're no longer on this earth. Embrace the scar, embrace the wrinkles, embrace every little thing about your face, your voice, your hair, your eyes. Embrace everything, every little bump that's on your face. Embrace your voice. I don't care if someone else likes your voice or not. You love your voice. You love your eyes. You love your teeth. You love your tongue. You love the pimples on your face. You love the hairs that's on your head that's not on your head. You love the gray. You love the white. You love the red. Love yourself. I don't care if you like it or not. You have to learn how to love you. It ain't about nobody else. Period. My favorite term that I love to tell people, everybody did not love Jesus. Everybody did not love Muhammad. Everyone did not love Buddha. Everyone does not love God. Everyone does not love Satan. Everyone, there's not one individual that has walked this earth or spirit that has been around this earth that every single person has liked, loved, or even tolerated. Not one. So who are you? Move on with your life and do what you have to do to make a better life for you. And surround yourself with people who are going to love you for you. And not use you, but love you. On another topic later on, we're going to talk about just that. Surrounded people who are like-minded, who will want to improve their lives just like you, that want to improve their life just like you. Financially, materialistically, whatever it is. Instead of being people who are narrow-minded and don't want to do anything with their lives. I'm going to say this last thing. I go to the gym maybe 6 days a week, and I talk to this man. He's older than I, this older gentleman, but he's maybe my height, and he is maybe 400 pounds. I'm not sure what that is in kilos, but he's very heavy. And he comes to the gym 5 days a week. His friends, his family asked him, "Why are you going to the gym so much? Why are you trying to lose weight? Why you want to get so healthy?" You know why they were saying that? They wanted him to remain the old him. They were comfortable around the old him. And he said, "Because I almost died, I almost lost my limbs, and I want to live, I want to walk, I want to hold my grandchildren, I want to do these different things in my life. I am tired of being this big and can hardly walk." He's decided to do it for himself, not for fame, not for publicity, for himself. That is the key. He didn't tell anyone he was going to work out. They saw him starting to lose weight. My mother was a very large lady. My stepdad wanted her to stay big and to stay large. My mom didn't realize what he was doing until he died. She said, "Oh, you want me?" He wanted me to stay big, and I wanted to be in love so much. I stayed with him. I was like, wow, that is it for now. Please get in the mirror, talk to yourself peacefully, calmly, be nice to yourself, be gentle with yourself. When you feel yourself starting to go negative, bring it right back positively. I'm Coach Anthony Lane. And if this message has resonated with you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I would love for you to leave a comment, leave an emoji, give me a like. And if you have friends or family that you feel very strongly that this video will help them out to move forward, please send this video on over to them. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure. I get that from my man, Zig Ziglar. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.